Hi there, it's Donna from Heart of the Matter Professional Organizing, and I've got you in my dining room today, and I just want to do a quick before video before I start a project that I'm going to work on. I went to Michael's yesterday and picked up one of these, you're going to see the reflection of my light, hopefully that's okay there, one of these shadow boxes. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to do sort of a jewelry collage in there, which would be a decorative item for on the wall in my office. So what I've got here is I've got all my mom's jewelry pulled out. I've got a few hats there too, trying to decide if I might use a chunk of one of those in here as well. Lots of it's just costume jewelry, a couple of special pieces mixed in. The one that you can see just to the right, the top of the shadow box there, the one that looks kind of in the old box there, that was a gift that my Papa Shank gave to my Nana on their wedding day. And so I definitely want to include and focus, have that as a focal point somewhere in there. And so anyway, just a quick before, and I will check back in with you again and let you see the finished product. Hi there, we're back again. So this is just sort of a midway shot on the jewelry collage project. So what I've done here is I've basically pulled things out and I've sorted them sort of by color. And that sort of thing. I've taken the backs off the brooches and earrings. This is kind of some stuff over here that I'm not sure is necessarily going to come into play. These were a few here on top of the butterfly that were really hard to get the backs off, so I had Murray go at those, so they are ready to go. And right now I'm just debating. I've got a 2-pack of shadow boxes there, and I've got a single over here, so they're both 11 by 14. But I don't know if you can tell, the 2-pack is just about as thick as the single one. So this one over here that has more clearance. So I'm trying to decide, you know, what if I have the chunky jewelry, how much clearance I need. The thing about them is they're cello wrapped. And so I can't really check them out, try them out, because then I can't return whatever one I want. So I'm really just praying for direction, not quite sure what I'm going to do there. This was one kind of interesting little piece. I'm going to just pull this around so you can see. I can remember my mom wearing this. It had a gold chain on it, a necklace, and so it was a ship. And see the little anchor there, which was kind of funky. And at first I thought, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm going to put that on. But then, you know, the other morning while I was having my quiet time, this old hymn came to mind. Will your anchor hold in the storms of life? And I thought, oh, the ship. I like that. I think that I want to include that. So that's going to find its way somewhere into here. I had a friend over last night and we kind of brainstormed. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make 2 shadow boxes, and there's going to be kind of like a swoop of the color that goes across like this, the colors, I should say, that go across the 2. So that's just kind of a sneak peek into what I think I'm going to do. I've also watched a couple of YouTube videos getting some advice about glue, the kind of glue to use, and just also some general ideas, that sort of thing. I went on Pinterest, started a board for jewelry collages, and got a little bit of idea there, although there wasn't really anything there. There was a lot of beautiful things there, but there wasn't necessarily the right thing that just, you know, was, oh, hey, I'm going to duplicate this, because of course everybody's pieces are so unique. And my mom didn't have a lot in the way of like flower type brooches. This one here, like this jewel has to get glued back in, but that I guess had a bit of a flower look, but there wasn't a whole lot. There was this one really unique. I can remember her having this thing. It's got like got feathers, but yet this looks like a deer head there. So I don't know. Oops, I don't want to lose my focus there. But anyway, some really unique pieces. This one was a necklace that my grandpa gave to my grandma on my mom's side for a wedding gift. So that would have been in the early 1900s. So that's kind of fun. So I definitely want to use that somewhere. For the most part, this is definitely costume jewelry. There are a few little goodies mixed in, but these aren't expensive, valuable pieces. They are just well-loved pieces throughout the year. So anyway, I just wanted to give a little bit of a midway shot, and we'll jump back in again and show you the finished product. All right, we have just had Papa Bear in for the official hanging of the new shadow boxes. So I'm going to do a shot here. You will remember that what I was working on was using my mom's jewelry and putting it into a couple of shadow boxes. And it was a little harder than I thought to come up with some sort of a pattern or a layout. So I did opt to go with 2, and I've kind of done it in 4, maybe 5, I guess you'd call it, 5 groupings. So top left-hand corner are sort of the silvers and creams and pinks, and my mom had a really neat piece there. You can see the feathers that were on a pin that she used to wear on the lapel of her jacket. And the piece that's hanging down there was a gift that my Nana Shank got on her wedding day. And she would have been married back in about, I'm guessing 1925 or so. She was born in 1903, so that's a pretty old piece. So that's kind of fun. That was something that my mom had. And so we've come into some sort of greens and silvers, the little dragonfly pin there. This was kind of a cool set. I always loved that brooch there. You're seeing some reflections of my office in the background there. And came over into the corner then to the blacks and reds. And I think on the before shot, you'll remember about the ship and how that made me think of that old hymn, "Will Your Anchor Hold in the Storms of Life?" And then that pin that's there looked, I don't know, kind of reminded me like a starfish or something like that. I used a little bit of gold chain to sort of have the look of the water. The original frame had just a beige colored background, and I really debated. I laid it all out on beige, and then I ended up laying some dark gray fabric in, and I thought maybe I liked that better. My walls are light gray, so it seemed like maybe that might be a better fit. So I don't know, I ended up painting the background, then kind of textured it with a bit of lighter gray. So I don't know, I think I'm good with it. I think I'm good with it. And so as I mentioned to you, I did watch a few YouTube videos, and I ended up just using my old faithful glue gun to glue it all on. I'm hoping that over time that holds. Obviously, if something lets go, it will be within the frame there. Took apart lots of pieces and had to get Murray to help me with a few. Just use my side cutters there to take the old backs and that sort of thing off the earrings and the pins. And so that's the project. The one thing I'm not 100% struck on is the reflection on the glass. So I'm going to do some checking. I'm wondering if maybe there's something that I could spray on there that would help with the glare. So got to decide on that for sure. But anyway, the two I decided to hang side by side, and they found their spot on that empty place that I had on the wall. You'll have perhaps tuned in on a video earlier in January where I did a little makeover on my office. So it's got its spot there, and it all came together well. So that was the shadow box project.